How long is an IPv6 address? A. 32 bits. B. 128 bytes. C. 64 bits. D. 128 bits. The correct answer is 128 bits. What flavor of network address translation can be used to have one IP address allow many users to connect to the global internet? A. NAT. B. Static. C. Dynamic. D. PAT. The correct answer is PAT. What are the two main types of access control lists ACLs? A. 1 and 3. B. 2 and 4. C. 3 and 4. D. 1 and 2. The correct answer is 1 and 3. What command is used to create a backup configuration? A. Copy running backup. B. Copy running config startup config. C. Config mem. D. wrmem. The correct answer is copy running config startup config. You have 10 users plugged into a hub running 10 Mbps half-duplex. There is a server connected to the switch running 10 Mbps half-duplex as well. How much bandwidth does each host have to the server? A. 100 kbps. B. 1 Mbps. C. 2 Mbps. D. 10 Mbps. The correct answer is 10 Mbps. Which WLAN IEEE specification allows up to 54 Mbps at 2.4 GHz? A. B. B. C. G. D. N. The correct answer is G. Which of the following is the valid host range for the subnet on which the IP address 192.168.168.188.255.255.255.192 resides? A. 192.168.168.129.190. B. 192.168.168.129.191. C. 192.168.168.128.190. D. 192.168.168.128.192. The correct answer is 192.168.168.129.190. To backup an iOS, what command will you use? A. Backup iOS disk. B. Copy iOS TFTP. C. Copy TFTP flash. D. Copy flash TFTP. The correct answer is copy flash TFTP. What protocol does PPP use to identify the network layer protocol? A. NCP. B. ISDN. C. HDLC. D. LCP. The correct answer is NCP. Which of the following commands will allow you to set your Telnet password on a Cisco router? A. Line Telnet 04. B. Line aux 04. C. Line VTY 04. D. Line con 0. The correct answer is Line VTY 04. Which protocol does DHCP use at the transport layer? A. IP. B. TCP. C. UDP. D. ARP. The correct answer is UDP. Which command is used to determine if an IP access list is enabled on a particular interface? A. Show access lists. B. Show interface. C. Show IP interface. D. Show interface access lists. The correct answer is Show IP interface. Where is a hub specified in the OSI model? A. Session layer. B. Physical layer. C. Data link layer. D. Application layer. The correct answer is physical layer. What does the passive command provide to dynamic routing protocols? A. Stops an interface from sending or receiving periodic dynamic updates. B. Stops an interface from sending periodic dynamic updates but not from receiving updates. C. Stops the router from receiving any dynamic updates. D. Stops the router from sending any dynamic updates. The correct answer is stops an interface from sending periodic dynamic updates but not from receiving updates. Which protocol is used to send a destination network unknown message back to originating hosts? A. TCP. B. ARP. C. ICMP. D. BOOTP. The correct answer is ICMP. How often are BPDUs sent from a layer 2 device? A. Never. B. Every 2 seconds. C. Every 10 minutes. D. Every 30 seconds. The correct answer is every 2 seconds. How many broadcast domains are created when you segment a network with a 12-port switch? A1, B2, C5, D12. The correct answer is 1. What does the command routerAconfig line cons 0 allow you to perform next? A. Set the telnet password. B. Shut down the router. C. Set your console password. D. Disable console connections. The correct answer is set your console password. Which router command allows you to view the entire contents of all access lists? A. Show all access lists. B. Show access lists. C. Show IP interface. D. Show interface. The correct answer is show access lists. Which class of IP address has the most host addresses available by default? A, B, C, D, A and B. The correct answer is A. In a network with dozens of switches, how many root bridges would you have? A1, B2, C5, D12. The correct answer is 1. What PPP protocol provides dynamic addressing authentication and multilink? A. NCP. B. HDLC. C. LCP. D. X.25. The correct answer is LCP. What is a stub network? A. A network with more than one exit point. B. A network with more than one exit and entry point. C. A network with only one entry and no exit point. D. A network that has only one entry and exit point. The correct answer is a network that has only one entry and exit point. If your router is facilitating ACSU/DSU, which of the following commands do you need to use to provide the router with a 64000 bps serial link? A. routerAconfig bandwidth 64. B. routerAconfig if bandwidth 64,000. C. routerAconfig if clock rate 64. D. routerAconfig if clock rate 64,000. The correct answer is routerAconfig if clock rate 64,000. Which one of the following is true regarding VLANs? A2 VLANs are configured by default on all Cisco switches. B. VLANs only work if you have a complete Cisco switched internetwork. No off-brand switches are allowed. C. You should not have more than 10 switches in the same VTP domain. D. VTP is used to send VLAN information to switches in a configured VTP domain. The correct answer is VTP is used to send VLAN information to switches in a configured VTP domain. What does a VLAN do? A. Acts as the fastest port to all servers. B. Provides multiple collision domains on one switch port. C. Breaks up broadcast domains in a layer 2 switch internetwork. D. Provides multiple broadcast domains within a single collision domain. The correct answer is breaks up broadcast domains in a layer 2 switch internetwork. What is the main reason the OSI model was created? A. To create a layered model larger than the DOD model. B. So application developers can change only one layer's protocols at a time. C. So different networks could communicate. D. So Cisco could use the model. The correct answer is so different networks could communicate. How many collision domains are created when you segment a network with a 12-port switch? A1, B2, C5, D12. The correct answer is 12. What command will display the line protocol DLCI and LMI information of an interface? A. SHPVC, B. Show interface, C. Show frame relay PVC, D. Show run. The correct answer is show interface. Which protocol does ping use? A. TCP, B. ARP, C. ICMP, D. BOOTP. The correct answer is ICMP. Which command is used to upgrade an iOS on a Cisco router? A. Copy TFTP run, B. Copy TFTP start, C. Config net, D. Copy TFTP flash. The correct answer is copy TFTP flash. If you wanted to delete the configuration stored in NVRAM, what would you type? A. Erase startup, B. Erase NVRAM, C. Delete NVRAM, D. Erase running. The correct answer is erase startup. What protocols are used to configure trunking on a switch? A1 and 2, B3 and 4, C1 only, D2 only. The correct answer is 3 and 4.